Well, 12-4. Kenrick trailing here early in the ball game. 3:34 left to go in this first quarter.
Just about what we expected, I'm afraid to say. Could be blowout city in the Triangle Tournament.
I don't know. I think Kenrick can hang tough, but they've got to be really slowing things down on the offense. Play about ready to resume. Abernathy, McGonigal, Nugent, Duda, Homa coming back on the court for Kenrick. Nugent inbounding it in front of us.
Nugent into Abernathy. Stolen away from Homa, outlet to Frank Stiles. A little long for him. Oh, what a save, but he hits the back of the basket. It was a nice play by Frank Stiles. Back the other way for Bishop Kenrick. They go down low. Homa comes up with it, puts the shot up. No good, but he's fouled on the play. It'll be Tom Homa from the line for the Knights. Homa's first shot off the hill of the rim, no good. Nothing for Tom Homa that time at the line. Duda gets the rebound, though. He's triple teamed, looks outside to Abernathy, finally gets it out there. They get the ball over to McMonigal. Down low, inside to Homa, off the Nugent, outside shot. Good ball movement that time by the Knights for the basket. So it's 12-6 now.
I'll tell you, Nugent has been one player who has really developed due to the illness of Leahy and the injury to Scott. He's come in, played most of the games, and the majority of the minutes he's been logging in. He's been doing quite well.
Okay, turnaround by Wayne Young is good. McMonigal looking for the shot, passes to Nugent instead. Back cross court to Abernathy. Abernathy double team, gets it over to Homa. Shot from the outside, McMonigal on the basket is good. So it's 14-8. We have 2:08 left to go.
Oh.
Breakaway, Fontel Smith all alone drops it in for the easy layup.
Defensive break that time by Kenrick. They were all caught up in the backcourt. No one was even going down the defensive end.
Up in the backcourt? Never mind.
Up in the backcourt. Yeah, that's bad. It's getting worse here.
Frankfurt 8 for 11 from the floor right now. Fantastic shooting. Of course, when you shoot all your shots from the inside, that's the way it goes.
I've
down
never
low.
seen... Oh.
They go down low to number 24, Dave Duda. 4 points for him. The basket's good at 16-10. 1:34 left to go in the first quarter of play.
Have you ever seen a team that uses as many on-the-floor bounce passes as Kenrick has?
Basket is good by number 35, Rodney Smith, and he's fouled on the play. We have a substitution. Taking a rest is Bob McMonigal. Entering the game, number 12, Martin Hoffner. So it's 18-10 Frankfurt.
Oh, Phil, you took that the wrong guy, man.
Kenrick here with only 9 players tonight on the varsity squad.
Jump ball. Abernathy just ran into problems that time. Fontel Smith and Frank Stiles at the guard positions tied him up extremely easily.
But nobody else on the Kenrick squad came back to help him out.
That's the way it goes. And Fontel Smith wins the tap out to Guy Thomas. Stiles setting things up for Frankfurt. Guy Thomas, oh, what a move that time. Stiles just lobbed that pass out there. Thomas took it on the run, didn't break stride, and made the basket. 20-10 now, Frankfurt. And we've just had a minute left to go in the first quarter. Foul on Guy Thomas. So Abernathy takes his seat into the ball game now. Number 30, Scott Crouch.
Quick, man. You got to watch him. He's quick.
Vince Miller looking for an offensive call there. He's not going to get it from the officials. Frank Stiles with a steal back the other way for Frankford. 3-on-1. Oh, Guy Thomas pulls up. And nice play that time by number 12, Martin Hoffner.
He was just waiting there that time.
He drew the foul that time. Took a lot of guts by Hoffner. He's not a big player. And here he is. Guy Thomas comes flying down court on top of him.
I think that's the type of player that epitomizes the phrase as being scrappy. Just kind of gets him.
Scrappy or nuts.
Or dead if you take too many of those charging fouls from the big guys.
That's right. We have 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 20-10 Frankfurt. Crouch and Hoffner in the ball game for the Knights. Kick ball. Also we have in for the ball game for Frankfurt, number 12, James Butler. Guy Thomas taking his seat with 2 personal fouls. .24 seconds. Duda from the outside won't go. Rebound by Young. Okay, Frankfurt's going to play for the last shot. 10 seconds. Better start moving offensively here. Frank Stiles, 7 seconds. Good pressure by Kenrick. Stiles all the way in himself. Drops it off to Young. Young, as time runs out, makes the basket. 22-10 Frankfurt. A very impressive first quarter.
I'll tell you, that time Stiles should not have been able to drive right down the middle of the lane and go in and dump it off to Young that time. No one even tried to block off the lane for Kenrick.
6 assists in the first quarter for Frank Stiles.
Well, 22-10. Not too good if you're a Kenrick fan. But under the circumstances of playing tonight, it's about as much as you can expect. 22-10, Frankfurt out ahead right now. For Kenrick, Dave Duda, 4 points, Tom Homa, 2. Bob McGonigal, 2, and Brian Nugent, 2. For Frankfurt, Pontel Smith has 2, Frank Stiles, 4. Guy Thomas, 8 points in the first quarter. Wayne Young has 4, and Rodney Smith has 4.
Not a bad crowd here. More than we saw for the Norristown Upper Moreland game, but now all the Upper Moreland and Norristown fans seem to be departing. They're obviously not going to be in for a great basketball game, so I guess they figure why stick around, come back Thursday night, see what will probably be a fantastic ball game, Norristown and we assume Frankfurt. It's awful to count a team out after 1 quarter, but let's face it, they're outclassed in this ball game.
Yeah, we're not downgrading or criticizing Kenrick unnecessarily. It's just that they're coming in here playing under the most adverse of conditions, and they're not going to have much of a chance going against such a talented squad as Frankfurt. I'll tell you, you notice a lot of similarities between Frankfurt and Norristown, though. The quick cat-like guards, the big men that dominate down low and in the inside, the zones that they play. It should be an exceptional matchup.
If it's community, start off.
Wayne Young now going up against Duda. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Frankfurt ball.
Come on, Martin.
Or make it Kenrick ball. Kenrick in the white, of course, Frankfurt in the dark blue. Crouch has it. They go over to Nugent now. Out of bounds, Frankfurt gets it. Frank Stiles off and running. Stiles swings it over now to Young. Butler to Stiles. Stiles back over to Butler now. Let's see, the shot by Young, no good. Rebounded by Homa. Nugent up and down. He goes in for the basket, scores, and he's fouled on the play. So Nugent will go to the line, chance for a three-point play now. Checking back into the ball game, it's going to be number 22, Bob McGonigal. Taking a seat on the bench, it's going to be number 34, Tom Homa. Nugent gets it, He's got 5 points in the game, 22-13, Kenrick trailing here. Second quarter early action. Ball goes inside now to Smith. Smith puts it up, and it's in. 4 points now for Pontel Smith.
Heck of a pass that time by Frankford. Good ball movement. They know what to do. They must be shooting 80%, and why not when they take all their shots from 6 feet away? Crouch with the long jumper off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound, Frankford.
Styles being pressured on the left side of the key, goes back over to Butler. Butler inside to Smith, and Smith just lays it up and in. He didn't even take a step that time. He was in midair when he received it, and he just deposited it for 2. Kenrick trailing 26-13 here. Duda back out now to Hoffner inside to Nugent. Back to Duda on the baseline, triple team, ball bounces out, it's taken by Frankfurt. And it goes off of Smith's legs, and he couldn't save that one. It goes off of Wayne Young's foot, should say, out of bounds. Substitutions constantly for Kenrick. Now coming into the game, we've got Lee Abernathy, number 10, and along with number 34, Tom Homa. I'll never get Homa and Duda right.
Hey, tell me about it. And
Coach, now I know what you were going through.
Coach Martelli's making it tough on us. McMonigle from the outside, no good. Whoa, long touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He got 3 cheerleaders. He missed the ball, but
nice arc on that ball. It was
yes.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. Martelli's making it tough on us with all these substitutions. We're going to be nuts. And I know that Frankfurt's going to have their substitutions in the second half. It's going to be a real fun game to announce.
I think we'll only do half the ball game.
Sounds good.
An announcerless game. How's that? Oh, over the timeline that time. Back and forth, so Frankfurt turns it over.
Frank Styles there reminding Fontel, think about what he's doing.
Tell you, if Frankfurt holds on and wins this ball game, it'll be one heck of a matchup here between Frankfurt and Narsan. It should be a packed gymnasium. Going in for the layup that time, let's see, it was number 3, Pontel Smith, 6 points.
We got 9 steals in the game.
9 steals for Frankfurt already in this ball game.
14 from 19 from the floor.
Frankfurt's 14 for 19 from the floor in this ball game. Fantastic shooting.
Good ball moving by Kenrick. Finally, Lee Abernathy breaks open. It's off the glass, no good. And let's see, it's going to be Frankfurt's ball. I'll tell you, Jeff, Kenrick has had the opportunities tonight. They've had some open men, but they haven't been able to knock down the shots.
No, they're shooting very poorly this evening. Maybe a little bit rattled by Frankfurt. I'm sure it's nothing against them. Frankfurt's a fantastic ball club. Nugent called for the foul that last time. So it'll be Wayne Young at the line for the Pioneers.
It'll make things happen.
Young hits the first one.
You know, full guard, Styles making the quickest ball in the whole team.
And Young nails them both. So 6 points for Wayne Young, 30-13. McGonigal has it now. Over to Abernathy. Abernathy swings it over to the right side. Now it goes down to Homa. To Duda. Duda getting triple team back to Homa. Abernathy to McGonigal. McGonigal had an open shot. Should have pulled up and taken that one. Hoffner to Abernathy. Abernathy around the rim, no good. They just will not fall for Kenrick tonight. 30-13, 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in this first half. One which Frankfurt is totally dominated. Traveling now, caught on Butler. Kenrick gets possession on the turnover. McGonigal baseline, no good, rebounded by Young. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Foul's going to be called on 34, Tom Homa going over the top. Frankford coached by Vince Miller. Kenrick coach Phil Martelli. Frankford, the defending champ of this triangle tournament. Coming into this ball game with a 5-1 record is Young, sinks the first of 2. He's got 7 now in the game. Another substitution about ready to take place for Kenrick. Coming into the game will be number, oh boy.
John Cabot.
52, John Cabot. They changed the numbers again, I'll tell you.
I went to grade school with John Cabot, so we're lucky.
I'll tell you, that's fascinating. It's a good thing you knew what he still looked like. Lee Abernathy has it now. Cabot, 52 into the game, is for Kenrick. Good ball control that time by Abernathy. 32-13. And Cabot loses control, but the ball comes in. Here comes Smith, goes in for the easy dunk. Rodney Smith going to slam that one. He just took the nice little easy way, though, and put it right through the hoop. We've got a timeout for Bishop Kenrick. 3:55 left to go here in this first half. Kenrick leading, or Kenrick trailing, 34-13.
Who's leading?
Okay, a slip of the tongue.
Can't get by with anything, can you? Isn't that a shame?
Oh boy, you just don't let me get away with a darn thing here tonight. Well, actually, I was ready to say the Kenrick cheerleaders were coming onto this floor. I was distracted.
We're on the wrong side, you know that?
We're always on the wrong side here for the cheerleaders.
When they open up all 4 bleachers, the cheerleaders face the other way. What's that?
I don't know. You think they'd want to be on TV?
Really? Must not know.
We'll have to correct this situation.
Oh, well. We just get the posterior view that time.
Well, ready for some trivia questions?
Sure, why not? Anything's got to pep this game up.
As soon as I think of some in the next minute and a half, I'll hit you with them.
Frankford only ahead by 19 with 3:55 left to go in the first half.
So what do you want, college or pro?
Makes no difference.
Okay.
Probably won't get any of them. So.
Probably not. You're right. Goes over to Homa.
Duda, you're wrong.
Duda. I almost got it right. Well, he got fouled on that play. He's going to be sent to the line.
I just sat in anticipation waiting for you to decide, is it Homa or is it Duda?
Well, you know, I was trying to look
one
down
again.
at the lineups, but your hand just inadvertently kind of slipped in front of the Kenrick lineup.
Well, I can't
Maybe on
help that.
purpose?
Accidentally on purpose.
Right.
Into the ball game for Frankfurt, number 23, Wilhelm Wilson.
Oh boy, now we got a
Jawohl.
real problem. Yes. Okay, Duda gets that one. He's got 7 points. He's the top scorer for Kenrick right now. Stiles being guarded tight by Abernathy. Ball's on the floor. Let's see what the call is going to be.
It's an offensive call against number 35 for Frankfurt, Rodney Smith. Number 24, Dave Duda, drew the foul for Kenrick.
You're like an elephant. You never forget.
Definitely.
You're lucky I'm a nice guy and don't get on your mistakes.
Yeah, right.
You made one, what, last year? I think it was the 3rd game. Oh, he can laugh at his own mistakes. That's good. Ball's on the floor. Cabot pulls it up. Hoffner over to McGonigal. Baseline. No good. Taken down by Young. Wayne Young had it. Gives it now to Stiles. Frank Stiles. Over to Butler. Butler back over to Stiles now. Slowing things down a little bit. Now Butler swings over to the right side. Ball tapped away. Saved though by Young. Back to Stiles. Stiles in the middle lane. He's pocketed his pick now by Abernathy. Good play by Lee Abernathy. Abernathy up the middle of the court. Lee loses control of the ball. McGonigal comes up with it. And we're going to have a call here. We've got Frank Stiles down at the other end of the floor. down on the court. Vince Miller, the head coach of Frankfurt, goes on out to check on one of his players.
Now that last time down the court, Abernathy had a 4-on-2 break, had a man down the left wing wide open and didn't go to him. What can you do?
Abernathy, not a point guard in the classic sense of the word, not very good court sense as far as what's going on around him and watching out for the breaks that are developing. And Styles being helped over to this court. I think what happened, Styles either tripped or slipped. No, he did. He slipped on the court down there as they're wiping it up now.
Well, I think what happened was he went inside that time, and Duda and Hoffner were right in there, and they all ran into one another.
Yeah, and it looked like he got like an elbow over to the side of the face, right around the eye area. He's apparently okay. He's back on the bench now, right now for Frankfurt. Abernathy over to McGonigal. McGonigal bounced back out to Abernathy. To Hoffner. Hoffner, 18-footer, in and out. They just can't fall for Kenrick tonight. 2:22 left to go in this first half. 34-16, Kenrick trailing. Butler has it. They go inside now to Smith. Smith changed hands that time, but the layup would have fall. Duda over to McGonigal. Inside to Duda, and the ball is tapped away. Block shot that time by Wilhelm Wilson. Wonder if they call him Willie for short.
Beats me.
Yes.
How about Willie Williams? I wonder what they call him for short. He's probably about 6'5". They don't call him short.
No, they don't call him short. Poor joke.
Where's those trivia questions?
Okay, on the night Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. First of all, do you know where that game was played against the New York Knicks?
No, they were the Warriors then.
Right. The Warriors against the Knicks.
Madison Square Garden.
Wrong. Hershey Park Arena. No,
of course.
Hershey. It was one of the rare few, only about 600 people I think showed up. But do you know who was the second leading scorer that night for the Warriors?
Billy Cunningham. I don't know.
Well, poor guess. He's a coach. Golden State Warriors. Al Attles. Holds 17 points that night. Big night by Al Attles. I just thought I'd throw that one out. I'll warm you up. I'll get the easy ones later. Guy Thomas had it. Now from the side, Smith puts it up. And we have traveling being called on Smith, so Kenrick will get it. 34-17. Call here. See who the foul's going to be on. Substitution coming into the ball game now for Frankfurt. It's going to be number 22, Willie Wilson.
What? What's his name?
I want to get
What's
this right.
His name?
22, Willie Williams is coming into the ball game. So 22 is Willie William, and 23 is Wilhelm Wilson.
Sure.
Sure. Want to hear another one? I've got the Swampland in Arizona. Cabot breaks into the scoring column. He nails that one. 1 point.
Who's this guy? Yeah, who's this guy?
And Cabot gets both of them, so he's got 2 points in the ball game. Butler. Over to Thomas, back to Butler. To Wilson. Thomas now down in the left corner. Bounces back out to Butler. Kenrick doing a good job of keeping Frankfurt right now at the moment, at least, outside. Thomas goes down in low to number 22, Willie William. He gets his first bucket of the ball game. Williams just came into the ball game a minute ago. 36-19. 54 seconds left to go here in the first half. Abernathy goes high in the air. No good, though, the shot. Abernathy pulls down his own rebound off the glass. Bounces away. McGonigal goes for it. Doesn't come up with it. And the ball.
Guy Thomas had his foot on the line. He saved that ball, threw it in off of McGonigal, but McMonigal. You've been saying McGonigal, it's McMonigal. You had me all confused. Oh well, back to play.
Hold it. You made the mistake. McMonagle.
No. It's McMonagle.
Right.
But I've heard you say McGonigal 14 times so far in this game.
Really?
They tap the ball around, give the basket to Bob McMonagle.
Number 22.
That's his number, all right.
I don't hear you bragging about William and Wilson here. 36-21 though. Kenrick, 15 points down right now. Only 13 seconds to go. Frankford waiting for that last shot. Butler has it now over to Thomas. We've got 8 seconds left on the clock. Thomas, good defense by Kenrick now. Finally, they go inside, and we're going to have a foul. I think it's going to be called on John Cabot, and it's going to send number 23, Wilhelm Wilson, to the line now for Frankfurt. So 3 seconds left in the half. Is Wilson going to the line? He hasn't scored in the ball game yet. Frankfurt, the defending champion of this triangle tournament. Proceeds for this tournament going to the Triangle Club Scholarship Program. Norristown, of course, defeated Upper Moreland in a game you might have seen here on cable in the first round of this, or the first matchup in the first round of this tournament. So it'll be Norristown meeting the winner of tonight's ball game, which at the moment looks like it's going to be Frankfurt. And Wilson gets it. So it's 37-21. And a stolen pass here by Wilson off the glass, no good. So at the end of the first half, Kenrick trails Frankfurt 37-21. Well, we're here at halftime. Kenrick trailing Frankfurt Pioneers right now 37-21. I'm Alan Riley along with Jeff Brandon, and Jeff, nothing which we didn't expect. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people thought Kenrick would be even down further at this point.
Well, Kenrick obviously being outclassed in this ball game. Frankfurt is an outstanding city team. Kenrick, without Leahy and Scott, they're nothing right now. It's sorry to say, but that's about it. Even the shots that they do manage to get, they work the ball for the outside shot. Heaven knows they're not going inside any time, and the outside shots aren't even falling for them, so what can you do?
Very cold shooting tonight. It's a shame. If they were hitting some of those outside shots, actually they'd be a much tighter ball game here, and it would be much more competitive. We should maybe mention the Frankfurt cheerleaders are right behind us. I'm sure people are watching them rather than watching us.
I would be.
I wouldn't be surprised, would you? Frankfurt, very good team. It's hey, they lived up to their expectations. I mean, everybody raves about them. Of course, being a Philadelphia school kind of adds that extra aura about them. It kind of gives them that little light behind them. Good team. It'll be interesting because as it looks like right now, Frankfurt's going to be the winner of this ball game without too much difficulty. And Frankfurt against Norristown is going to be a heck of a good matchup.
Certainly will be in the finals of the Triangle Club tournament. Run down the scoring for you. Frankfurt, very balanced attack. Wayne Young, 8 points. Rodney Smith, 8 points. Fontel Smith with 6. Frank Stiles, 4. Guy Thomas, 8 points. William, 2, and Wilhelm Wilson, 1.
And he was criticizing me during the first half. Just remember that. For Kenrick, I'll take this. No. Dave Duda, thankfully. He had 8 points. Bob McGonigal had 4 points. Brian Nugent, 5 points. Tom Homa, 2 points. John Cabot, 2 points for their total of 21. 37-21, they're trailing right now. What do you see in the second half?
Kenrick better pray, I think, for the second half. They need a lot of help. They're going to have to try and slow the ball down, but how can they do that when they're down by 16 points? They have to score points, which means they have to generate play. They have to be aggressive. You
know, I'm surprised though coming into this ball game. Coach Martelli, we saw a Kenrick team that first night when they didn't have Leahy. Sure, they did have Steve Scott when they played Norristown. How they slowed down. They were so deliberate with their ball handling. Constantly just going around the court. It didn't matter, a minute and a half till they finally took a shot. I'm surprised they didn't come out the same way tonight. There's no time clock in high school basketball. They could have taken all night till they launched that first shot and almost gone into a stall offense or a four corners type of deal. And I'm very surprised they didn't do that tonight.
Well, that's the way it's been. They've tried to run and they can't even pass.